All right, it took me here to breakingnewsnewspaper.com, a scam website. It says, just like Mounjaro fights obesity, this medication is helping control diabetes for thousands of people. And again, if you're looking for Glycopezil reviews, Glycopezil Drops reviews, my review is stay far away from it. So here's what this is. I'm going to unmute. And I'm going to hit play on this, and you'll be able to see exactly what I see. You can see they're using Dr. Sanjay Gupta as a deepfake here. And they're going to be using, I think Dr. Robert Lustig is who they say. Maybe Dr. Phil McGraw from Dr. Phil. Maybe Dr. Mehmet Oz from Dr. Oz. And they might also be showing you Halle Berry or Tom Hanks or Randy Jackson or Oprah or whoever. Let's see. And there is no 60 Minutes report. This is a fabricated report. It's fake. 60 Minutes never covered this.
Investigate how Halle Berry, Tom Hanks, Randy Jackson, and several other celebrities are reversing type 2 diabetes using a new method known as the reversal ritual. A simple recipe that costs less than $1 and that, according to experts, activates the same GLP-1 mechanism triggered by Ozempic and Mounjaro. But without injections, without side...
He said Mounjaro, because it's an AI-generated voice for Dr. Sanjay Gupta. He's not actually talking about this, of course. And yeah.
Effects, and up to 3 times more potent when prepared correctly. Here's what really shocked the investigators. People following this morning ritual are reversing their type 2 and getting out of the danger zone before Christmas.
I had lost 33 pounds. My A1C was at 5.5%. My fasting glucose was 90 mg/dL, and I was completely off insulin. My diabetes had disappeared.
After that day, I knew I couldn't keep this to myself. I realized the improvement this ritual brought to my wife and how it could help thousands, maybe millions of people. So I contacted a small laboratory to help import the ingredients in larger quantities. But there was a major obstacle in the way. And what I'm about to tell you may sound like a conspiracy theory, but I guarantee you it's backed by historical evidence and scientific data.
So what this is, that the ad I was talking about, the Facebook ad, took me to breakingnewsnewspaper.com. And it has some celebrity deepfakes, as if Dr. Sanjay Gupta, Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, and Randy Jackson, other people, including Dr. Phil McGraw, have something to do with this. And they don't have anything to do with this. I'm playing this from near the end of the video instead of near the beginning, because this has this Dr. Phil thing, as if he's talking about this. Dr. Phil has nothing to do with this. No doctors, hospitals, celebrities, anyone, universities ever endorse this. And the people behind this product, Glycopezil, will not tell you who they are, where they bottle it, or anything like that. And that's really telling. That's a red flag for sure. So again, if you're looking for Glycopezil reviews, Glycopezil Drops reviews, then the review is don't order this, because it has lots of scam tactics going on in the marketing for this that is being advertised on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, websites, wherever.
The real reason this information isn't widely known is deeply rooted in geopolitical history. It's Japan's long-standing silent revenge for the bombing of Hiroshima during World War II. You see, Japanese scientists discovered the potent effects of Okinawa honey decades ago. They realized that these compounds, when properly extracted and combined, could effectively prevent and reverse diabetes. That's why Japan has one of the lowest diabetes rates in the world. So
the reason why he mentioned honey is because these sorts of videos always claim there's going to be a recipe that they're going to reveal near the end of the video, whether it's a reversal for diabetes or dementia or whatever. In this, they're claiming there's a honey thing and they're going to reveal at the very end of the video. And that's a classic scam tactic, to promise a recipe with pantry ingredients that you have already in your house. So they'll string you along. They'll hook you to watch their hour-long video. And at the very end of the video, what is it? It ends up being supplements, whether in the form of pills, drops, whatever. So Glycopezil Drops reviews. The review, once again, is that you need to stay far away from this.
Remember? But instead of sharing this information, they decided to keep it secret. Their reasoning? If they couldn't save the lives lost in Hiroshima, they would let America suffer from what they call sweet death, diabetes. They've been guarding this secret meticulously, allowing it to spread only in small, seemingly disconnected studies.
They always do this, scammers do, with these sorts of scams. They claim there's a special place in Japan or China or Malaysia or some country far away from the US that has come up with something that's a secret and they're finally letting it out, right? And that, you know, it has a very interesting tale behind it. It's ancient and it's going to be able to help you. And they came up with this Hiroshima thing. This is likely a script written with AI, or at least the assistance of AI. And, just like the deepfake technology here that makes it look like Dr. Phil is saying these words, but he's not saying this. Deepfake technology manipulates lip movement, and the AI generated vocals make it sound like he's saying things, but he never said anything about this. Dr. Phil McGraw, Dr. Phil has nothing to do with Glycopezil. So I keep saying this over and over again to make sure that Google and YouTube hear this. Glycopezil reviews, Glycopezil Drops reviews. The review is that this is a scam, from what I can tell.
That's why you'll find fragments of this information in various articles, but never with the complete information. The Japanese government went so far as to suppress any research that could expose this secret. They created a complex web of misinformation and distraction to keep the world focused on pharmaceutical solutions.
So they're trying to tell you here that if you hear anyone out there saying that this doesn't work, or maybe someone out there is trying to suppress this information, someone like me, I guess, I don't know, that maybe I'm paid by Big Pharma, or I'm evil, or I'm secretly someone who is trying to keep you from, I want you to keep giving your money to Big Pharma or something like that, right? But of course, that's not the case at all. I'm trying to show you that this is a deepfake AI-generated video coming from Brazil, if I had to guess, I don't know, where people are trying to convince you to fall for something so that they can collect your money. And they don't care about medicine. They don't care about what's happening with your health. That's all this big, complex marketing scheme. They just want your money, of course. So they've designed this big, complex marketing scheme, knowing that there's something to tap into in the US for people who are dealing with like diabetes, dementia, whatever. And they're hoping they get a certain amount of people to fall for this, not understand it's going to charge them hundreds of dollars a month for a subscription that they didn't know they were signing up for, or more money than the total actually displays at the end of this process, or whatever it may be. Maybe their information will be given as a lead for someone who is susceptible to scams to other scammers. Whatever it may be, none of this is good. And, no one likes Big Pharma. Let's get real, right? But don't then take your hatred for Big Pharma and go fall for a textbook online medicinal product scam. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to help here. I don't want you to fall for an online scam. Hit like down below. The join button is really, really big if you want to do that. That's to support me and my effort to try to warn people about these sorts of scams that don't really receive a whole lot of coverage anywhere else.
It took months of discreet negotiations, international contacts, and we got small quantities that were carefully smuggled as if they were simple spices or common culinary herbs. Dr. Oz and I personally oversaw every step.
Oh,
and
Dr. Oz, huh?
With a quantity of ingredients on hand, we invited over 2,000 volunteers, real people who had suffered from type 2 diabetes for years. Within a few weeks, all volunteers' glucose levels plummeted, energy returned.
Miracles.
Better,
magic.
Fear began to disappear. But I didn't stop there.
Look, I wish this was real. I wish that there was something out there that could do this for people. But this is not it. This is people hiding, scammers hiding, hoping that you give them your money. That's all that's happening here. And I hope that I saved you. If I didn't, call your credit card company and say, hey, I just ordered something. I want to report fraud. I saw this deep fake of Dr. Phil. This is not what I want to happen. And hopefully, they can reverse the charge, whatever it may be.
Organized another clinical study with over 6,000 men and women of all ages, backgrounds, and severity levels. They took the same formula, a few drops each morning. The results were beyond anything we imagined.
Glycopezil Drops reviews do not fall for this. That's the review. I keep saying that to make sure that this video does well.
After just 3 months, 96% of them had their blood sugar levels completely stabilized. After 6 months, no spikes, no fluctuations. Many of them were eating pasta, pizza, and even desserts, and still showing better results than in decades. They reported deeper sleep.
What they're saying is buy these drops, these Glycopezil drops, and you know what's going to happen? Suddenly you're going to be able to be free from diabetes. You can eat pasta, pizza, donuts. It's going to be amazing. Miracle product, miracle, miracle. Way too good to be true. If an online offer seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Thank you so much, Dr. Phil, for not ignoring me when I reached out to you and for letting me.
This is also a deep fake. Fake testimonials.
6 weeks after I started using this glucose reset ritual, my glucose dropped from over 300 to
You could tell there was a cut in the video there.
My glucose doesn't go above 100, and my A1C has stabilized at 5.5.
Another deep fake.
The best part? I don't have to eat bland food anymore. I can eat whatever I want and still stay healthy.
Is that an AI generated video
Dr. Phil.
For the first time,
of him
people didn't tell me,
eating?
thank you for helping me deal with this, but thank you for helping me end this. The problem started when we contacted a larger laboratory to be able to help more people. They said they weren't interested.
You know what it looks like he is? It looks like he's is he in a studio or is he at like a political convention? Why would he be talking about this there? Of course.
We managed to record part of the conversation with the owner of one of these pharmaceutical labs.
Our discovery stabilized glucose in 72 hours and reversed type 2 in just 6 months. And it costs a fraction of Ozempic or metformin.
That looks like a completely AI generated Dr. Oz, not just a deep fake. A completely AI generated Dr. Oz, if I had to guess, based upon everything I see in this video. Because why else would his laptop not have any sort of label, not even a circle over an Apple logo or anything? And he looks a little bit too, there's something off about him. It's that AI thing that you can't quite put a pin on, but you know it's weird.
We need to get this natural solution to reach more people.
That's not going to happen if it's...
That was AI, completely AI.
The industry already knows about
this is
it.
deep fake.
And that's exactly why I'm closing the store.
Are you refusing a cure?
I'm protecting my shareholders, Phil. It makes no financial sense to produce something that actually cures people. That would kill billions in our annual revenue.
Even knowing that your medications cause vomiting, diarrhea,
yeah, that looks like a deep fake.
Quality of life.
Lots of scam tactics with this. You notice, just go search on Google or your DuckDuckGo or Yahoo or Bing or whatever you want to see if you can find information on who creates this. What are their names? Where is the facility where they bottle this? Does it do anything? They misspell the word support on the label. Does that give you any confidence that what you're going to be putting into your body is not something strange? Like, I would never, ever do anything to consume something that has no credible backing and has so many red flags. I hope that I saved you because there's so many products out there like these. There are thousands of different products being sold like this online with these deep fake scams. You're wondering why celebrities don't try to sue. There are too many. I mean, it's going to be a waste of money and you can't find the people because they try to hide. But one thing that I can do is make a video like this to save just a few people, And that's what I'm doing here. A few people means a lot of money being saved. And that's what I want to do. So like, comment, subscribe. The join button is really big down below. If you want to help support my efforts to help keep people away from scams, the join button, there's a thanks button as well. Stay far away from these Glycopezil Drops reviews. Stay far away from it. It's a scam. This does not have any credibility. And there are lots of these products that begin with the word glyco or gluco or sugar. And it's the same thing over and over again. It's drops in a bottle with no parent company name. And it's just scammers keep, cycling through these names over and over again, changing it up with the marketing, with the deepfakes to see what works best, to see what earns them the most money. And it's not good. Thank you so much for watching.